After your divorce, you find a lottery ticket in your apartment that your ex-spouse bought, and you win $100,000. What will you do? Hopefully, if where I live allows me to accept the money anonymously. I don't tell anybody. I mean, not anybody. Not my family, nobody. Not my friends. I go no contact with my ex-spouse, which is something I was probably going to be doing anyway. This is only going to work if no kids co-parenting is involved. Let's be honest, after taxes you're only going to be getting 50 to 80 or something anyway. That might get you some ease in paying bills and some spending. Super helpful. Not insanely life-changing. One of those roulette strategies that returns 15-20 per spin. And then let that bitch ride a few times. Then give her the full amount. Or just bet it all on one hand in blackjack and see what happens. But in reality, just split it or put into a college fund or something. But if you lie about it, there may be legal ramifications and then you'd have gone backwards. Probably nobody will believe me. But I'd reach out to my ex and tell him I found his winning lottery ticket. We loved each other once, deeply, and divorce is painful enough without us having to seek out ways to hurt each other. But I also have a good man for an ex-husband, just not the right man. Lotto laws are wild. Can she prove she bought the ticket with CCTV from the sales point? Because then you may be toast. The ticket is her property found in what was her home when the ticket was bought. If she knows what numbers were bought and you pass it off as yours, that's theft. I talked to lawyers. More than likely what I'm looking for is for someone else to cash the winning ticket and give me 80 in a way that doesn't alert my ex. Depends upon state laws and whether or not they identify winning ticket winners. The last thing I want is a court fight. Honestly, it would depend on what happened. Sometimes people just don't love each other anymore. But don't hate each other at the same time. Marriage itself is a fucking weird concept to expect it to last a lifetime. It's still nice to strangers, so who knows? Generally in a separation agreement you divide everything up, and then there's a clause saying whatever else is left with the person belongs to the person. So, if they left the ticket there, it is now your ticket. Sign the ticket. If the divorce is final, and the ticket was never brought up, it's yours. The ex can figure out how to prove they bought it. I highly doubt a lottery ticket purchase comes with a receipt. I believe scratch-offs are good for a year after the game ends. Wait 10 or so months, and cash it in. By then we would have very little or no contact. How would she prove it was purchased beforehand? Couldn't it be considered abandoned property after a certain time in some states? I would invoke finders keepers, especially if the loser gave me the weepers. Honestly, would probably 50-50 it. Especially since I have kids, and having both myself and my ex-wife giving my kids a comfortable life is the end goal. Depends. Do you have to identify yourself, or can you claim the winnings anonymously through a lawyer? Even if you split it, they'll know if you lie. If you lie to them and say there was no ticket, and you'll likely be on the hook for half anyway when you inevitably have to pay the taxes on it. $100K is not a crazy amount. No one would know. Not even the ex. Okay. Maybe the 19-year GF would wonder why she has a new bikini. That's it. Take it, buy her another one in replacement. I can do it with chocolate bars. Heat hers and replace. Why not use her ticket and replace it? If the divorce is finalized, everything left in the apartment is officially mine. And I'm legally in the clear. I'm 100 keeping that shit. If they bought it before the divorce, should be fair to split it 50-50. Just like anything earned by either of us while we were married. I guess that would depend on how the divorce went. By time the divorce was finalized, it would probably be too late to collect anyways. Split it cause it's probably communal property, and not worth the legal fees if that becomes a fight. Would involve the lawyer though. At first, I thought I'd give it back no matter how much antipathy I felt. On second thought, I would donate it to a charity. I've never had a breakup on bad terms. I would return the ticket to my ex. If they want to share it or not is up to them. Technically, a lottery ticket doesn't belong to anyone until it is signed and turned in. Ask her to prove ownership. It would depend on my tax bracket post-divorce. If the whole 10K put me in a higher bracket, I might share with hubby. If still valid and all proceedings are completed, keep it, stay quiet. Don't make any big purchases straight away. Let them know. Agree to keep 10K each, and the rest stashed for our kids' education. Co-print business partners. It doesn't matter who bought it. If there's no name written on the back of the ticket, then it's fair game. Use it to open a second checking account. This will be used for all alimony and child support payments. You know, the lotto people ask questions about how you got the ticket. They don't just check the numbers. You can either give them one to the money, or spend time funds in court who will make you give it to them. Send her 100K worth of balloons, party supplies, and banners saying, "Oh my God, babe, you won the lotto." She abandoned the ticket, unless she specifically told me if I see the ticket I have to return it. Depends on the terms of the divorce. Either way, definitely don't tell anyone. Not even friends. It won't make the news and you will claim it through a proxy such as a lawyer. Not hard. Bought prior to dissolution of the marriage. That's communal property, 50-50 split, right? My ex never ever bought lottery tickets. She thought it was a waste of money. I'd give her the ticket. It wasn't mine to begin with. Ill-gotten gain and all that. Have a trusted friend to cash it in and give them the money for cashing it for me. You report that to the court mediator for your divorce or you'd likely lose it all. Give half to the ex. If they ever found out, it's just going to be more hassle. Wait. Why did she leave me? I thought everything was fine. This is awful. Give her 50K. That's her half the post-tax winnings. It's legally hers. The legal thing. That probably would mean splitting it in my state. Amicable divorce? She gets half. She divorces me. Haha, by sucker. If my ex bought it for me, then it's a gift, so I'm spending it all. I'd use $5 on a generic thank you card, an envelope, and a stamp. I give her all the money from her ticket that won the $50,000 lotto. Pay them half. I'm moving out of that apartment into the house I just bought. I can't believe my friend won the lottery and just gave me 7K. I will buy her a nice purse as an apology of what I have done. Possession is 9/10 of the law. You know us all mine. Keeping it TF. His fault that he left it in the apartment. I would stop reading stupid questions on RS Reddit. I'd call my divorce attorney and ask them what to do. Pinch myself. Wake up and realize it was a dream.